morning everybody. Hope you're having a wonderful day and welcome to Bramble Cottage. It's the first cold morning of the autumn time today. I think it's about 3 degrees. I believe that was a group. But it's a glorious morning. So Rich has gone over to do his cancer support run or walk. So he's walked from here with a neighbour, 5k, and then he'll walk back. It's 8 o'clock in the morning, 8:30 now. So what I wanted to do, because he already has some people that he knows there, it's good for him to do that separately from me, but I will join in, but winter's not the best time. So today, while he's gone, I want to get started on repointing this chimney breast inside the chimney. So I'll try and take this out of here. There are really big gaps in and around the stones. So it may take me a little time, whether I let some of that back areas have a coat, wet them and then keep putting it in there. I'll have to just see how I go along. I'll give it a sweep down. It was swept last Monday, so I can see there's some new soot down. We have, I think Rich and I are kind of at the conclusion that we'll obviously clean it off, but we actually don't want to get rid of a lot of the soot and things like that, because for us it's a character of the cottage. So I think as long as I can get it out, maybe get it cleaned up a little bit better, maybe give it a hoover, and then I'll start to fill it, and that would be another great job done. Because I was saying to Rich that as the winter's coming in, and we realise, you know, it's really depressing to come in with every single room in a state, but I certainly have come to the conclusion I want to keep these walls. We're going to end up putting in units either side of the fireplace to give us storage. And then maybe open shelving so you can see the stone behind. But these are jobs that I want to get done really quickly, because then we can hopefully finish off the walls in here. It will almost feel like we've got a complete room. The fireplace is being installed in early November, so that gives us a month to try and get on. Of course, I want to get on with the dining room. There's lots to do, but today's job is make an improvement on this fireplace, and I shouldn't keep drinking coffee. I must get on with it. Oh, I needed that though. Right, on with the work we go. Before I could start on repointing the fireplace, I took out any large stones that were unattached, took them to one side, hoping I'd be able to put them back in later when I was using the lime putty. There were some really big holes behind the stones, so I knew it was really important that I got the lime putty as far back as I could go to really go up the sides and the back of the stones so that it would have something to hang on to. It was also really important that I wet the stone in the area thoroughly so that it would stick and it wouldn't just dry out and fall out. It isn't the first time I've done the lime putty, so I had a good idea of what I needed to do now. I had found a really good rhythm by now with my repointing. I enjoy working with a line putty. It's really quite easy to use as long as you remember to wet everything really thoroughly and right into back as far back as you can go. I find it a really enjoyable job to do. It's time consuming, but it's something you cannot rush. You have to take your time, and I find that the more I'm doing, the more confident I become. So although I've seen many videos with them using trowels, I find, especially with our stones, that the gaps are so wide and so deep that by using my hands, my fingers to get right in there, I know when I've reached the back, and I know I pushed it far back into the corners as far as it can go. So I feel like I've got a lot more confidence now with it. I also do my best with my fingers, and then I do use a small trowel to smooth the surface down and to keep washing it down. I feel that's really important. So far, everything that we've done with the lime repointing, the finished dry has been really good. I've been so pleased with it, with no cracking. So it's been a really enjoyable, worthwhile job to do. Still got a lot more walls to do, but I feel sure it'll keep me quiet and out of trouble for a while. This was quite the first time I've had to put a stone back in. This is quite challenging because I wanted to make sure I had plenty of putty in around it to secure it. I also wasn't 100% sure that this was the stone that came from that area, if I'd put it in the right way. But in the end, it's one of those things that you just realise it went in, it fit in. There's enough of the lime putty that it was secure in there. And I was happy with it. I think I could have spent so long trying to work it all out, and then you realise that once it's in smoothly, that's all I can wish for. So I'm really pleased with the progress. I'm going to ask Rich, I'm quite unsure about what to do with here. There's kind of it seems to almost go back a little bit. I don't know whether to just fill it or find something to put in it, not sure. Really happy, got a size to do still, but I feel like it's a bit more secure and ready to do another couple of 100 years. The most difficult thing in this area was I was really lacking in light. So it was really quite difficult to deal with, to see that how far I'd gone back in the area. So I just had to do it by the feel, really. I was happy with the finish though, happy with how it was working out. And as you've all seen with Bramble, there is absolutely nothing perfect in Bramble. You can see on those two bricks right ahead of you that there's always going to be things that aren't quite right. We can't do anything to do with it. It's the history of the cottage. So I just carried on, and as long as Rich and I are happy with it, that'll do for us now. The most difficult thing in this area was I was really lacking in light. So it was really quite difficult to deal with, to see that how far I'd gone back in the area. So I just had to do it by the feel, really. I was happy with the finish though, happy with how it was working out. And as you've all seen with Bramble, there is absolutely nothing perfect in Bramble. You can see on those two bricks right ahead of you that there's always going to be things that aren't quite right. We can't do anything to do with it. It's the history of the cottage. So I just carried on, and as long as Rich and I are happy with it, that'll do for us now.
Well, we're worn out.
It's been a long day. I think about 11 hours today.
Yep. But
good day. Good day's work.
A very good day's work.
Yeah.
I went for my 5 kilometre walk this morning. I'm not allowed to run. She doesn't let me run anymore, which is probably just as well, because if I run the 5 kilometres, it takes me 46 minutes. If I walk the 5 kilometres, it takes me 51 minutes. So just 5 minutes difference between running and walking. So I may as well walk the thing.
Yes.
But the walk was good.
Yeah.
I met a woman there. She's very helpful. She helped us find a bricklayer. We'll show you what the bricklayer's done in another video.
Let's hope she knows a few other tradesmen.
She does.
Okay.
But we don't need them. We can do it all ourselves.
What? Well, you certainly don't need anybody to do any repointing.
No.
That's been my job of the day, doing the fireplace.
Well, they'll know that because they will have seen the video before.
Yeah. So I feel like it's going to be a little bit controversial because it's already been controversial in our world. There'll be a lot of people talking about, and I probably have talked about this in the video already, the fact that there's still soot at the top of the fireplace. Rich and I had many discussions over it. We've found out products that will get rid of it. But Rich and I came to the conclusion that it's part of its story. And as you will know, Bramble is never ever going to be a perfect shining diamond. It's always going to be cosy, loved and quirky.
Bit of a rough diamond, like you, my dear.
Thank you, dear. So that has been my day. I also, I hope you can see, found the original tiles in front of the fire.
If you can, then.
Well, they're there.
There'll be a picture up there somewhere.
So they're upside down, see? Not quite sure what's going on there, but we cannot have them as they are because they have to be raised. One day we may carefully see if I can try and take them up because there's definitely been some movement down there. But it was a nice find, a very nice find.
Yeah. So.
What have you been doing?
Right, hold on a minute. So for the fireplace.
Yes.
We had a chimney sweep come in this week, so the chimney's lovely and clean.
You'll have seen there. I think you'll have seen on another video that Rich was trying to get all the old.
Well, you may not have seen if this is your first video.
Okay, well then I suggest you watch.
And there'll be something up there.
Something. But there were huge holes, weren't there? Massive gaps. And of course we were slightly worried about the whole fireplace as well while it was there. So keep you awake, dear.
Yes, dear.
So anyway, there's a really good job done. The other thing that is a slight problem, not a major one for us, is the base of the fireplace. At first I thought it was kind of pebbles. It's not. It is brick. It's all brick. It's crumbling. The chimney sweeper said no. Obviously, the log burner has to go on a perfectly flat surface. I said to Rich, if that is the original, I don't want to lose it. So we're waiting to see. Well, maybe get some advice from.
Yeah. Well, we have a month because the log burner that we've bought, it's been delivered. You can't see it. It's just over there. We'll put a picture of that up there as well. So
there's the stone there. Maybe we could try and take something out and see.
So the log burner will be installed beginning of November. So we have a few weeks to work out what we're going to do.
Yeah.
But overall, I think it looks really good. We'll get the vacuum cleaner and we will wire brush the soot a little bit.
Yeah, just once that's dried. Yeah.
But overall, we're nearly there, nearly ready to have the fireplace, the wood burner installed.
Yeah.
I was given some free wood from the next door neighbour. So free wood is always good.
And you built a little.
Yeah, I built a little shelter for it outside.
That's it.
So that we won't need to go too far in the very heavy.
The depths of winter.
British winter.
Yes.
We lived in Austria for many years. First year we lived there, I made a silly mistake, rookie mistake. I put the wood pile in the backyard, because I didn't want it too close to the house. Didn't want to have mice or anything hiding up around the wood pile.
Spiders.
It was great until you get the first snowfall in winter and you have 2 feet of snow, and your wood pile's about 60 feet away, and you need to climb through the snow.
Crawl, it didn't ever have to crawl.
No. But anyway,
yeah,
I suppose we best bring this video to a close. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it.
And there will be plenty of pointing videos to come because there's a lot of pointing to be done.
Boom, boom. And please subscribe, and thank you so much for your support. We truly appreciate it.
Bye for now.
Bye.